Okay, just got back from the Detroit Pro. I kind of lost my voice talking for 12 hours, as it usually my forte. But I thought I'd get a late night workout in. So I'm mostly doing curl and containment, but I haven't really done any bicep work in a while. So I started out with just some higher rep sets of but just basically bicep curl, but just on the arm wrestling stand. So on these, I'm just kind of positioning my body to where if I were trying to stop someone in a hook, basically, I guess top roll even also. I don't remember the weight on these. I think maybe 45 or 50. Yeah, I think I had maybe 2 tons on each side, and then I think a 2.5, and then I think the apparatus weighs about 2 pounds. So you can see I'm really not. It's really a bicep curl for arm wrestling. I'm not doing a bicep curl to work my biceps. I'm almost not even changing the angle of my forearm that much towards the end, especially. I'm just kind of working on the position I would be pulling in a match. There's my little one. Cora Coco LLC, Pebble Pets. She has her own business. If you want to go on Amazon, look up Pebble Pets by Cora Coco LLC. I think you'll like them. It's an interesting take on pet rocks, and they've been selling. It seemed like I did this many sets of curls. I guess it's only 3 sets, but it seemed like just kind of a quick warm up. But when you're doing the overdub here, this seems to take quite a while. Okay, now I'm kind of going into some pronation stuff, tap roll. This I think was probably in the 85 pound range, which was pretty heavy. I think I had 4 tons on each side and maybe a 5 or a 2.5. This wasn't a planned workout, so it's kind of disorganized, and I didn't really have weights planned. I'm pulling with Roger Cunningham's group on Thursday, and so if I was at the Detroit Pro, so if I didn't get a workout in today, I only really get one good decent lift in before Thursday if I wanted to be fresh at all. So I thought I'd get just something in today, and then another another something on Tuesday. There's my little one again. She invented some zipper deal for some stuffed animal she's sewing. Cora Coco LLC. So now some multi-spinner. Start with low multi-spinner. My inside of my elbows have been hurting, and this supinated version always really seems to take some of that strain off that tendon for whatever reason. I think because I wasn't doing any supination movements at all until very recently. I figured as a bodybuilder, every time I curled for the last 30 years, I supinated. So I thought I'd focus on pronation, but I think the lack of work in the supination just kind of started causing some tendon pain. You see my instability of my hand there. My left arm's stronger mostly because I tore my right bicep. So, but in general, my left arm's quite a bit stronger uh, in everything except my wrist. My wrist, they're pretty equal. But if I can get my left wrist stronger, I think I'll be a pretty decent left-handed arm wrestler. It's frustrating because it's probably 30% stronger than my right. That right bicep, I just don't know. Because I've had other tears. I actually had a brachial radialis tear years ago, 15, 18 years ago. Uh, and kind of the outer head of my bicep is mostly torn also. But the most recent tear was the inside. But I just think that the combination of them, without part of the brachial radialis, I don't know that arm's ever going to be as strong as I need it to be. But all the, if I mean, I know there's left-handed matches, but most people are right-handed, so I have to assume that then most big matches are going to be right-handed. So I'll have to figure something out. And pronation is where I feel pretty strong. Devin Larratt static pronation lift. I'm probably about around the 120 pound mark right now. I think I did 117 last time I tested with my left arm, and my right, like I said, about as much as 20 or 30% weaker. But that left pronation got strong pretty quick. This is the Mazarenko Containment. I just added the band, just try to give it a little extra pronation tension. There's hardly any. It's probably 5 pounds at the peak. But I haven't been training curl much at all. I was so focused on learning the top roll, working on my pronation, working on my rise, that I really didn't do any hook or curl work for most of the time that I've been training. So when I started practicing, I realized, where that strength deficiency was, and so now I'm trying to catch up. Because I don't have long fingers at all. I have wide hands and like thick fingers, a wide wrist, and a wide grip, but the finger length is really pretty short. So containment is something I guess I really need to be focused on, I guess, because I'm almost always going to be at a disadvantage leverage-wise until I get in a hook. If I get in a hook, then I think probably my wide hand and thick hand maybe helps me, but to get there, I'm going to need some finger strength. So our new dog, Carl, blue heeler, he was a family member's dog who just didn't have the space. They had moved into an apartment, and so we're kind of hanging out with him for a little while. I don't know if it'll be permanent or not, but the kids love him, and we've got an acre and a half in the backyard, and we got a boxer Knox who, he's a little less energetic than a blue heeler, but he'll play with him. We always have people at the Harris house. We had our niece stay one summer. We have the 4 daughters and the dog, now the other dog, and had a foreign exchange student twice now. So it's we're always a full house. And this is where my left is, or my right is definitely stronger here still, when my biceps aren't really involved, but my curl, my hook is really strong with my right arm. It's quite a bit weaker on my left. If I can get my left to where my right is, which I think is more likely than getting my right bicep because there's no tears on my left arm, then I'll be really happy with where my left arm's at. okay. At this point, I think I might have even lowered the weight. I was just just having fun getting a pump here, because I'm really trying to work on my curl now that I realize that's a weak link. Uh, so this is what I've been doing. I have no idea if this is good, bad, wrong, but I'm pulling with some good groups now in Michigan, and I'm really learning a lot as far on the table. So I feel a little less stressed about being perfect with the strength work, because I'm still learning how the whole process works. But I'm having a lot of fun, and this is what some of my workouts look like.